Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rukar Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here labored in all truth and sincerity to USA Shalom. This the brother Amawan Ariyah from GMA Charlotte, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rukar Kodash. And in this lesson, I pretty much wanted to do a response to a part from the GMS Dallas camp. You know, they had the apostles, two of the apostles, Apostle Rakar and Apostle Aramlab. Also, they had the elder, the Marshal Pot down there, and pretty much it was this one part that I'm about to play, you know, and they was going into how masculinity is being attacked pretty much at an all-time high. All right, and just so happened I had came across some information that I've been looking into for the past few days, was just added on to this point. So that was the Spirit of the Lord, you know, that led me to hear that, and then just to equate the two together. All right, so I'm gonna play the excerpt from this past camp, from the Dallas camp. And then I will, just go in the spirit. So Lord willing, it's edifying. So let's go.
Some freaky shit together.
And when the nature of what a man is was changed according to this vile spirit that he is pushing out, then within the real man was created another nature.
They just need to be heard
to go out and find what his masculinity was about. It created another move or another nature to sustain what masculinity really was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because masculinity is at a constant attack.
Yeah, brothers.
Masculinity is like, it's like public enemy number one, especially in this Western world. Anything that is masculine is shunned. Anything that is masculine is downtrodden and looked at as wicked, man.
Yeah, barbaric, man.
Because Esau's he's not.
And what the elder said was 100% on point, and we could see that being blatantly done all throughout, this world, man. Okay, masculinity is being attacked, and this is because the devil Esau Edom, the so-called white man, all right, he is trying to pretty much destroy the masculine spirit, specifically, from you tribes, because he doesn't want any type of resistance when he comes down upon the nation. All right, and one of the main ways that we see this devil attacking masculinity, all right, is through this influence that they show through social media. They show through the music, the caricatures they show on these shows and these movies. And what they've been trying to do over the last few years is redefine what masculinity really is, man. All right, because in this heavily demonic world, we see how they're attempting to blur the lines between genders. All right, this whole Baphomet spirit. All right, but I'm gonna read the scripture first, and then I'm gonna go into the term that one of the brothers has shared, that is pretty much what we see taking place right now, man. All right, so this is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, this know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. All right, and the point I want to zero in on is this first part where it says how men shall be lovers of their own selves. And how do we see this taking place now? All right, because you see a very high uptick of men being concerned with how they look, dealing with this fashion, and we even see this amongst the truth, man. All right, because certain laws, all right, dictate on how your parents is, man. All right, like for an example, in Babylon the Great, we were raised up into lining your hair up. All right, getting what you call your hairline, adjusted. All right, shaving your beard. All right, lining your beard up if you have a beard, man. And these things are done for appearance sake, man. All right, and this has become an issue, amongst certain men, amongst the circumcision, where it caused the issue. All right, another example was having long hair. That was a issue certain men had. Okay, now the sudden all this care for attention, it actually has a name for it, man. All right.
Slaves to Fashion is a pioneering cultural history of the black dandy, from his emergence in Enlightenment England to his contemporary incarnations in the cosmopolitan art worlds of London and New York. It is populated by sartorial impressions such as Julius Sobeys, a freed slave who sometimes wore diamond-buckled, red-heeled shoes as he circulated through the social scene of 18th century London, and Yinka Chambier, a prominent Afro-British artist who not only styles himself as a fop, but also creates ironic contemporaries on black dandyism in his work, interpreting performances and representations of black dandyism, in particular cultural settings and literary and visual texts. Monica L. Miller emphasizes the importance of sartorial style to black identity formation in Atlantic diaspora. Dandyism was initially imposed on black men in 18th century England, as the Atlantic slave trade and emerging culture of conspicuous consumption generated a vogue and identified black servants, luxury slaves, tweaked and reworked their uniforms, and were soon known for their sartorial novelty and sometimes flamboyant personalities, tracing the history of the black dandy forward to contemporary celebrities incarnations such as Andre 3000 and Sean Combs.
Right, so that term, as you heard, is called dandyism. All right, and pretty much dandyism, as you heard the guy go into on that TikTok, was pretty much men who is described as slaves to fashion. All right, which is nothing more than a glorified slave, man. All right, but this dandyism has a deep roots of what it goes into. All right, so like I said, remember this in 2 Timothy 3:2, how it says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves," and then when you jump down to verse 4, where it says how men will be, or people will be traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. All right, so let's get into more of what dandyism is. All right, so this is dandyism. All right, from this site called Engelberg. You see the name. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce that. All right. So, anyways, it says on dandyism. It says whenever societies sink into decadence and decline, the ever fascinating figure of the dandy is swift to emerge. Now, as we read back in 2 Timothy 3, it says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come," and then it gives a whole detail on the spirit of the people, on how they will be in the last days. Now, straight out the gate, it says that whenever society sink into decadence and decline, the ever fascinating figure of the dandy is swift to emerge. Now, when you look into what is decadence, all right, the word decadence means, which at first simply meant decline in a abstract sense is now most often used to refer to a perceived decay in standards, morals, dignity, religious faith, honor, discipline, or skill at governing among the members of the elite of a very large social structure, such as an empire or a nation or state, such as a nation or an empire or a nation state. By extension, it may refer to a decline in art, literature, science, technology, and work ethics, or to self-indulgent behavior. Okay, so also decadence, moral or cultural decline as characterized by excessive indulgence and pleasure and luxury. And is that not the society that we see now? A society that is slaves to pretty much, carnal things, like I said, the fashion, the fame, money, all right, attention. Attention is the main one, all right, because the things that these people are doing, which the word now is called clout, all right, but it's all, attention grabbing, all right, because these people are really attention whores, man. But the true meaning of decay is, the decline of standards, morals, dignity, religious faith, honor, discipline, or skill, man. All right, so we see that this place is trending towards, wickedness, and as we see the more decadent this place becomes, all right, you see the spirit that's all described all throughout 2 Timothy chapter 3 fully manifesting themselves, man. And as it says, whenever societies sink into decadence or decline, the ever fascinating figure of the dandy is swift to emerge. All right, so let's go into this. Okay, and I'm gonna just get some key points because I have a few articles to get into this. So Lord willing, this is edifying. So it says the decadent movement of the late 19th century advocated aesthetic refinement, the sublimity of beauty, and the absence of bourgeois. I'm not really trying to say that word. Of bourgeois morality from art. Decadent art, literature, and culture transcend the realms of ordinary existence, entering the spheres of both dreams, the unconscious, and abnormal. Blah blah blah. Go down, son. This inauguration of new subject matter, styles of narration, and modes of inspiration has often been described as forms of escapism from a society that underwent fundamental changes, the loss of power of the aristocracy, the rise of the middle classes, the establishment of a performative presentation of the self, technological progress, and the development of cosmopolitan urban metropolises, to name just a few. All right, and this is pretty much, the people, pretty much, they're, how I want to say this, pretty much trying to, find a way to, grasp attention and power to themselves, man. All right, in a sense, because as you see the world declining, this is how they escape the world and find comfort to themselves, man. And one of the ways that they seek comfort is from attention from others, man. To make themselves feel good, man. All right. It says the decadent movement was small, but also potent, radical, and avant-garde. I guess that's how you say that word. Let me jump down. It's a particular point in here that I wanted. Here we go. So it says the late 19th century decadent dandy is usually classified as a degenerated derivative of what has often been termed the classy dandy. However, the figure has been fundamentally decadent since its inception, and indeed the correlation between decadence and dandyism has been widely acknowledged. Recent studies have accordingly analyzed dandyism as a practice of staging the self. Yeah, trying to prop themselves up, man. All right, to be something, to make themselves feel like they somebody, man. It says, I would like to suggest that the dandy strategy of torpor forms part of this practice is manifested in his dress, sexuality, and manner of speech, but also finds expression in his refusal to undertake commitments of any kind. The dandy's outer stiffness, decidedly marked by tightly laced stays and heavily starched neckcloths, is emblematic of his inner torpor. So all these like crazy dressed, jakes that we see out here, such as, let me give you some examples. Let me go. Just like how you see these celebrities, man. All right, like how you see what Russell Westbrook. When he comes into the arena, LeBron. Let's see. Let me actually go over this. NBA tunnel walks. Matter of fact, no. NBA fashion tunnel walks. This is what you will consider dandyism in today's time, man. All right. Excessive care of fashion, man. All right. Slaves, man. Slaves to fashion. And you notice the more provocative and, mo looking, all right, the more attention it gives them, man. Okay. So these are just an example of that, man. All right. So go on. Because what you're starting to see, my whole point of bringing this out is this is pretty much, them introducing, these mo agendas through, the image of that, man. Because what they're doing, matter of fact, I'm done with this article. Let me go to another one. What they've done with this is pretty much, blur the lines between, masculine and feminine with the clothing, man. All right. As you see, let's play this video right here, man. All right. Because what you're going to see is a trend that we've been noticing over the years of how the clothes have been gayer. All right. They've been pushing for more, brightly colored clothes, more tight-fitting clothes, because they're making it to where men, their fashion is becoming women clothing, and the women clothing is becoming the men clothing, which is it's in the law, by the way, of how that's supposed to be. But I'm gonna get that in a minute. So let's listen to this first.
So do you feel like you wear things that make you look quote unquote put together, like to help you with the messy feeling?
Maybe, actually, therapist. I appreciate you. Now I might paint my nails or have makeup on my face, and they'll be like, "Oh, he's probably gay." They don't know how to deal with that. Just men afraid of intimacy. Men afraid of the attraction they feel to other men that doesn't have to be sexual. My homie,
which off the gate, that shit is off, because a man, all right, you'll be able to tell a character of a man just off of looking at him, man. All right, so what you see is 9 times out of 10 what it is, man. So let's get that right off the rip. This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19, verse 29. It says, "A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is." Okay, so what you see is pretty much what you get, man. All right, and so like I said, you can tell a man that's a mo just off the appearance, how the dude dresses, all right, his mannerism, how he walks. If you say that effeminate, to straight up, gay, that shit is seen easily. All right, this is how we know a lot of these men in today's society, they're faggots, man. I'm gonna just straight up say it, man. All right, the spiritual demon Satan has fully got these men. All right, real men in this society is non-existent unless you're counting the men that's in the truth. All right, we are the only real men left in this world, man, because the rest of these men are finished out here, man. Okay, this completely cuts on what this dude just said, man. All right.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, I do plan on playing the entire clip for reference purposes, but we're not just going to skip past that. Like, I like to play the whole clip and then react to it, but we just not going to skip past that. What do you mean, men that are attracted to other men that aren't sexual? Isn't that the very idea of what attraction is?
Hey, look that up. Slacky. Let me see. The quality in a person which draws interest or imagination, demeaning a thing which draws a crowd, interesting or amusing expedition. Here we go. All right, to attract, it says the figurative sense of to be attractive, to draw to oneself the eyes or attentions of others. So, what these what these men are doing at this point is trying to draw the attention of other men to look upon them, man. All right, but what he's saying, or he's trying to say, pretty much, is that he wants men to pretty much be comfortable. When you hear the whole thing, you're gonna see what I'm saying is he wants men to be comfortable looking at another man, and complimenting the man because of his style of dress, how the man looks, without saying that it's gay. But man, men in the ancient world didn't do that, man. All right, men in the ancient world were rough, man. All right, what we see now, man, is a bunch of effeminized, nasty people, man. All right, so let me go back. Sirach 19:29. A man may be known by his look, and one that have understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. And you can tell a man that is obsessed with fashion has no understanding. A man that's concerned about his look has no understanding, man. All right, because he's of the world. All right, and having a high interest on something as vain as that, man, that's really a feminine trait, man. A man shouldn't be concerned about his appearance. Now, not saying that you let yourself go. All right, of course, we're a royal people, so we're gonna take care of ourselves, make ourselves presentable. But in overly interest in yourself as far as how you look, that's really a feminine and a mo trait, man. Which goes back to the point that was being made by the elder, man. Okay, because this is one of the ways that they have attacked masculinity by pretty much having men question what is really masculinity, man. And I'm gonna continue to go into that. It says a man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is. So you're hearing what this dude, he's a musician. I would think his name is Jadina or some shit like that. All right, but just continue to listen to what he says, and then keep the scripture in mind as you're seeing what he's wearing and what he's saying, man. And you determine if this man is a mo or not.
I mean, look. I'm all for being well put together. I think you should be clean, groomed, and all of that. But what you talking about makeup and men that are attracted to other men, but it's not sexual. Let me rewind this just a little bit. I just got to get the full context, y'all.
They think I have no problems. He's good, man. He's sorted.
So do you feel like you wear things that make you look quote unquote put together, like to help you with the messy feel?
And that outfit is wild. What he got on.
And one of the ways that, of men like this trying to figure out, who they are, what their purpose is is they indulge themselves in things like this, man, because they don't truly know their purpose. They don't know what they're put on this planet for, man, and that mainly goes into because they don't have the wisdom, knowledge, or understanding of the truth, man. All right, they don't know Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They don't know who they are, man, and so that void that they have is filled with BS like this. But without the Lord, without that wisdom, all right, to guide you to that purpose, to your reason of why the Lord put you here, all right, Esau, Edom, all right, Satan, pretty much, fills that void with demonic shit, like you're about to hear this man say, man.
Right now is why. Look, you try to give people a pass because you know that this is all entertainment. It is a form of entertainment, meaning that they're just trying to get feeling a little shaky. Thanks for sending me this, people.
Maybe, actually, therapist, I appreciate you. Now
Therapy is a scam.
I might paint my nails or have makeup on my face, and they'll be like, "Oh, he's probably gay." They don't know how to deal with that. Just men afraid of intimacy. Men afraid of the attraction they feel to other men that doesn't have to be sexual. My homies would be like, "Man, you look clean today, bro."
Okay.
Clean.
Yeah.
Okay. But they may not say, I like how the makeup makes your eyes sparkle, bro. Your nails are pretty. You look amazing. You look stunning. We don't say that, but that's how they feel. And they're afraid. And I like being that for those kind of guys. I had to make
That shit is off. No man should be wearing no goddamn makeup. No man should be painting their nails. No man should be overly concerned on shit like fashion and what they're wearing, man. That's all effeminate traits, man. And this is what this devil has tried to do by pretty much, redefining on what masculinity is, all right, by giving you their version of what that is. Because Esau Edom is not a man, all right. This so-called white man, this devil, he doesn't know what true masculinity is, because deep down he's a Mo himself, man. All right, so he's trying to sell this new revamped image of masculinity to men, but what it is going into no gender. That's the end goal of all this, man. All right, gender neutrality is what they're trying to push, which is a demon, all right, which goes by the name of Baphomet, all right, because when you look at the image of Baphomet, he's a dual gender demon, all right. He's a goat man with breasts like a woman, man, confusion. And that spirit Esau Edom is pushing out heavy through things like fashion. And this is why when you see these men that get into that real heavy, like I said, the lines begin to blur, and you start seeing men wearing, these weirdo clothing, man. All right, as you're gonna see this nigga as they zoom in on him.
to that when I was a boy. Like, why did I want to watch Idris Elba in The Wire? Why did I like how he looked? That's something that needs to be taught to boys.
Conjure a world beyond your wildest imagination with multiplayer battles.
So that they can feel free to go however they want. Because that boy, why did I like how he looked? That's something that needs to be taught to boys so that they can feel free to go however they want.
And you see how they're constantly attacking the children, man, because the children are the most impressionable, and plus they're at the point now to where this next generation of children, all right, that's coming up, they don't want them to have any information about the Most High, man. All right, the generation that then came up until this last generation that we're seeing being raised now, man, they have been slowly attacking and detaching the Most High from their knowledge, man. All right, so this new generation that's being raised up by these celebrities, all right, by these TV shows, by this music, by these movies, all right, this new way, the TikToks, the social media in the general, man, these are all things that Esau is pumping that demonic, energy through to get to these children, man. And he uses, niggas and women like this to pollute the minds of these children, man.
That boy is gonna grow up and I'll bottle all that shit up. No telling what he's gonna do, regardless of his sexual orientation. And he's going to punish probably women more than anybody else, because it's terrifying being a boy. I think I can speak for
Hold on, what you doing?
Young boys.
What you doing? Sit back down. Sit back down. I'm afraid to watch any more of this.
But I'll definitely speak for young black boys. The fear is
Why you ain't got no undershirt on, fam?
being marginalized even more than you already are.
When you talk,
What is that? What is that on the floor? Is that a wig? Is that a puppy? Look, man, look. I know that y'all think that this is smart, the direction that we going in, but it is not. Let me be very, very clear. I know that first of all, therapy is a scam. I stand on that. I'm looking at this right now. I seen him refer to whoever it was that's behind the camera. This thank you therapist. I'm assuming that that's a therapist that's having a conversation with him. Therapy is this is a scam. Validating bad behavior is not right. And just because they got some education behind them does not mean that they understand morals, principles, values, spirituality, culture, and the way in which we're supposed to be moving within society. And so this is bad. Bad, bad, bad.
And this is the exact example of what decadence is, man. All right, the decline of a society. Because when you go into history, we always bring this out. In history, it's always proven that when society begins to play with gender, all right, that's the sign that society is about to collapse. And this is what we're seeing, man. All right, this man has a whole feminine outfit on with heels, and I guess this is a wig on the ground, man. All right, but like I said, this is what dandyism. This is the term. All right, this is what dandyism has produced, man. And like I say, Esau is firmly pushing this shit because he wants to take as many people out with him, because we know that his ending is destruction. He wants to take as many Israelites as he can. All right, which a lot of you Israelites are under that spell, man. You're under that spirit, man. All right, matter of fact, let me get that real quick. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 2. Wherein times past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Right, because at one point in this, in this world, before we came into truth, you had a lot of us that were, somewhat into, this fashion, trying to, keep up with the trends of the world, man. Now, back when we came up, it wasn't, on no weirdo, mo shit like it is now, man. It's blatant that this shit is straight up moism, man. All right, but coming up, I know I was early 2000s, I think, when I was in high school, from like 2006, I believe. Yeah, 2006 when I was a freshman. So yeah, back then we was like in the transition, okay, because from my early upcoming to high school, that's whenever the whole, baggy clothes was in. All right. You had, Jake wearing the big t-shirts, the big, jeans, 4-5X clothing, shit that was way too big. All right. Had the fitted caps with the do-rags, the jerseys. All right. That was the style back then. But then as we, began to change eras, all right, it went from that to what they call, the whole black boy, white boy thing, where you started dressing all preppy, wanted to dress like Esau. And then it went from that to, the whole tight clothes, the skinny jeans, what they call the jerk era. All right, where you had Jake wearing the damn skinny jeans, doing all them gay ass dances. All right, these are all forms of dandyism, man. All right, that are still, pretty much taking a hold in our people today, but it's gotten worse. All right, because the way that the clothing, all right, the trends of this world have all went to demonic, ways, man. Because when you go into this high end fashion bullshit, number one, you find out that majority of these fashion designers are moes. You can Google it. Majority of these fashion designers are Moes, and a lot of the designs that you see your favorite celebrities wearing, promoting, a lot of these niggas be wearing women's clothing, man. Like these belts, a lot of these fashion designer belts, those are women's clothes, man. You know, the jackets, the all that shit is feminine wear, man, which goes against the laws of our people. All right, the covenant that we made, the laws of our power, Salakia. All right, but like I said, Esau is pushing that on our people. All right, to pretty much make it to where your end is going to be destruction alongside him, man. So let me get this real quick, because like I said, no man should be concerned, you know, with things like, you know, how he look, man. All right, that's a feminine trait, man. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 6:9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. All right? So it says, no effeminate or abusers of themselves with mankind. All right, what is effeminate? All right, it says effeminate is soft to the touch. Of a man or a male who submits his body to unnatural lewdness. Well, the main point is saying is soft. And what are you seeing pushed in today's time, man? You have soft men. Okay? I actually have a video of that. Let me see if I can find that shit, man. That's exactly what that is, called soft men era, man. Hey, Lord willing, I can find that, man. It's in here somewhere. Because that's the type of men that they want in the world, man. Soft men who have no fight in them. So when Esau is ready to come down upon the people, all right, with his martial law, his FEMA troops and all that, all right, they're not gonna have any resistance, man. It's gonna be a straight up slaughter when these devils choose to roll down, man. All right, damn. It's in here somewhere, man. Y'all bear with me. If I can't find it, you know, we're gonna move on. But that would be a good piece to show in here, though, because that is the perfect state of how Esau wants the people to be in, man. Because effeminate men have no fight in them, man. All right, they don't have any, they don't have any, way to defend themselves, because they've taken on the spirit of a woman. All right, and that's exactly what you've been seeing throughout the years with niggas like Pharrell. All right, like I said, Andre 3000, Diddy, and the list goes on, man. These are modes that they have pushed to give you the illusion that they're men, but really they're not. All right, and I can't find it, but end of the day, try YouTube, man. Because a man that's soft is not a man. All right, let's get that straight, man. Let me see. Find a short.
The Ahab spirit will avoid conflict, disagreement, and hard work. They're not going to do.
These men are really in their soft girl era right now. This new generation of men want women to chase them, and not only do.
That's not it, man. Damn. Either way, the point was made, so fuck it. All right. Esau wants soft men, and they say they're effeminate, that feminine trait is gonna destroy a lot of men out here, man. All right, so let's go into this article. This is Dandyism, all right, from amp.cnn.com. Dandyism, this global style movement, offers a view on black male identity. Okay, so it says, fuck it, I'm gonna go right to the point. Since its origins, dandyism has evolved to influence a number of social and cultural movements within black communities around the world. The identity is no longer associated with just one country, gender, or sexual orientation, but rather has become an anchor point for self-expression. Describing Grammy nominee Janelle Monáe's relationship to dandyism and inclusion in her book, Lewis explained that fluidity occurs throughout all forms of and spectrums of dandyism. Excuse me. And that's the point, all right? It says that dandyism, all right, pretty much it promotes fluidity, all right, between men and women, to where now the lines are being blurred, man. Because if you're familiar with this singer Janelle Monáe, she's known, all right, for wearing suits like she's a man, all right, which is off according to the scriptures, man. All right, let's get that, man. All right, because it's a certain way that men and women are supposed to dress, man. All right, and this is why this fashion, all right, was a snare that Esau used to get our people. All right, because like I said, those lines have become blurred now. This is Deuteronomy 22:5. It says, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abominations unto the Lord thy power." Right. So a man is not supposed to wear women's clothing, and women are not supposed to wear men's clothing, man. And you see that being pushed throughout this fashion, where it's now a thing of, what they call it, pushing boundaries or whatever, however you say that word. Because what you seeing them introducing, all right, men wearing skirts, men wearing dresses, all right, women wearing pants, all right, and then you're seeing it now to where the men's clothes are becoming tighter, and the women's clothes are becoming looser and baggier, man. It's a total, switch in the way that these clothings were presented before, man. And that's because Esau is trying to push forth that Satanism, in the form of dandyism, man. Okay, because with an over focus on fashion, this allowed Esau to get to the man in that sense, man. Because these men are so attention hungry that they're willing to push the boundary to where you have men that are promoting women's clothing, like that nigga Young Thug, man. When he had that album cover where he had the dress on, they interviewed him and asked him why he put the dress on. And he was like, he had found a pair of shoes or something that went with the dress, so he bought the dress, man. All right, which these young kids, these younger generation, will see that, take hold of it, and think that that's okay, man. Which is why through the Spirit, man, the Lord, all right, put laws in place to keep things like that from happening. Because what you're doing is influencing, all right, others to take part in that wickedness, man. All right, because we have a distinct law on things not like that taking place, man. Because you're allowing wickedness to set forth in that, man. All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. It says, "There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel." And that's what Esau has successfully done, man. All right. Turned our women into whores and turned our men into sodomites, man. All right. And that one of the ways that was done was through dandyism, man. All right. So go from this article. Let's get this, because like I said, this was one of the ways that Esau got to you. All right. So this is papermag.com. It says, tell me about black dandyism itself, how it has changed within the culture. It has changed with the culture over the decades. So it says, no man can better articulate the historical trajectory of the black dandyism as Monica Miller, Bernard, and Columbia, they giving her accolades, whatever. Continuing on, she brilliantly outlines the trajectory of the black dandy in her book *Slave to Fashion*. We saw dandyism touted by individuals such as Frederick Douglass and later W.E.B. Du Bois, because when you look at the early forms of dandyism, as you see in this picture with Andre 3000, all right, the early forms of that was, the being like well dressed, what they described it as, man. That actually was a term that was used as a compliment back then. They would tell somebody that they look dandy, which when you look up dandy, it just means excellent. But like I said, is the whole concept, has deep roots going back to wickedness. All right, because what you had going back into the early days, all right, you had Jake pretty much trying to fit in with Esau, so they would wear these suits, all right, they would wear these pretty much clothing to make themselves look like they would be accepted in society, man. Like I said, you would dress like an Edomite back then, man. All right, but now we've gotten to the point where that clothing has become demonic. It says, I think in an earlier era, it was deeply rooted in respectability. It then reflected scholastic rigor and self-impact. Think Malcolm X and his sharp suits, or James Baldwin. Today, dandyism is a more recent manifestation of hip-hop culture. And we notice every time we bring up hip-hop, that's one of the main catalysts to show forth that this shit was a snare, to destroy us. All right? Because matter of fact, that actually was brought up recently, man. Like we the people. Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to find this shit, man. Let me see. The People's Voice, that's what it is, Salaki. This is from the People's Voice.tv. CIA agent admits hip-hop was a psyop designed to corrupt the youth and sow division in America. And so, coincidentally, this is what we see that was just spoken right here. Today, dandyism is a more recent manifestation of hip-hop culture, because the whole black culture in a nutshell was a concept that was designed and gave to you by Esau Edom. Okay, so it says black dandies are using hip-hop methods to sampling of mixed styles and articles of clothing from different eras and cultures to articulate statements of black masculinity and individuality, but then they're pushing the boundaries of what masculinity is. Because now through hip-hop, Esau has, instructed these rappers and entertainers to pretty much, start wearing these women clothes, in which we saw, slowly being implemented throughout time. Like, for an example, you had Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was one of the main, influences to get people to start wearing skinny jeans, and eventually it went from him wearing skinny jeans to him wearing leggings. They introduced Uggs, and then now you see the trend with these what they call a man purse or a merce. Like I said, you had a lot of these hip hop artists wearing skirts, because this was all planned by Esau, because they know that hip hop was a very influential thing that they gave Jake, and whatever these musicians and these entertainers they do, the people will emulate it, man. So this is from ftrend.com. It says the rise of men's feminine fashion trend in 2023-24. It said, are modern men redefining men's fashion trends and masculinity? Read the article to know how feminine fashion trend is rising in 2021. It says from earring to pink shirts, girly bags, bra top skirts, and camisole tops. Are we ready for this trend? It is not always women. It is not always women adopt the men's fashion to add the sense of masculinity. During the men's spring summer 2022 catwalk, we have spotted transformation of masculinity into a feminine menswear trend more than ever, similar to the girly style. Men's 2019 street trends show a glimpse of feminine male anchoring the ground for the future male fashion. Men spotted wearing feminine long hairs, skirts or what they call kilts, pink girly bags, bra tops, and camisole inspired top wearing, fueling a new men's 2019 street trend that is visibly influencing the modern men's look and perception. All right, it says, jumping down to the point. Traditionally, it is essential to practice. Men are supposed to be tough, dominant, and shouldn't cry. Expressing deep emotions are considered not a man thing, while in a similar way, women are supposed to be extreme opposite to men, associated with soft behavior, less dominant, and a homemaker. Globally, things are changing. Women are turning into alpha women. Now they are practicing in contact sports, boxing, and basketball games. Challenging the men's dominance in different areas of lifestyle is forcing men to adopt the changes. While girls were taught to be more fluid, men are considered to act like men. All right, and this is because Esau is trying to blur that line between male and female. All right, he wants a society that's gender neutral, man. This is why he has allowed women, all right, to pretty much take part in things that was solely meant for men. All right, and like I said, the men, all right, are being ostracized because you can't practice true masculinity in this place because you have this term called toxic masculinity. All right, so let's get into that. It says sensitivity was never a part of the male attitude, while women's identity was always associated with being highly sensitive. Dressing like women could be more breaking up the stereotype by communicating messages. Men could be also sensitive like women, and a man is not supposed to be sensitive, man. All right, but like I said, you have this term toxic masculinity, all right, which is pretty much condemning men for acting in their true nature as being masculine. Because see, men, we have testosterone, all right. Women have estrogen. Now we understand that men and women have both, but men are supposed to be higher in testosterone, and women are supposed to be higher in estrogen, man. All right. So, like I said, this whole movement of trying to effeminize men is a subtle attack on men, all right, as a whole, but specifically the Israelites, because Esau is trying to destroy the men as a whole, man. All right, so that we will be easy to conquer, even though that's pretty much been successful at this point, man. Because you see the men of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American community now, hey, these men are totally gone, man. They are moles, man. They are effeminate. They're soft, man. All right. So like I said, that toxic masculinity term, man. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this and then I'm gonna move on. It says, according to Wikipedia, the concept of toxic masculinity is used in psychology and media discussions of masculinity to refer to certain cultural norms that are associated with harm to society and to men themselves. Self-reliance and emotional oppression are correlated with increased psychological problems in men, such as depression, increased stress, and substance abuse. Noxious masculine traits are characteristics of the unspoken code of behavior among men in American prisons, where they exist in part as a response to the harsh condition in prison life. So they're pretty much saying that men being masculine is toxic to society in a nutshell, man. All right? So they want men to be soft. All right? This is why they advocate for men to cut their beards off. They advocate for men to talk without any bass in their voice. All right? This is why you've been seeing a uptick in, men pretty much being, small, all right? What they call soy boys, man, all right? These men have no fight in them, all right? And that's all by design because Esau Edom doesn't want true men on the planet, man, He wants men that are controllable. All right, and that's why at the end of the day, man, us being in this truth, man, we have to take full, you know, we got to be aware of this shit, man, because hey, this devil is trying to come down upon us, man. All right, because like I said, he's trying to feminize all men out here, man. You know. Give me 1 second. All right. So let's get this. This is the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 23. My family. Bear with me 1 second. All right, this is the type of men they want, man. Romans 1:23. It says, and change. Actually, start at 21. It says, because that when they knew Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading. It says, because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened, right? Because they began to take part in the ways of the world, man. All right, and that's talking about our people, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. Okay? You don't know Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. And we're giving you the Lord, but you don't view him as the Most High, man, as your power, man. Okay, because the Lord, has distinct ways that you hate, and one of those ways is hey, you niggas want to be soft out here, man. You niggas want to be overly indulged in ways that are destroying you. Which one of the ways is you being turned into a mo, because this is what all this is leading to, man. It says, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to a corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Right, you pretty much made yourself an idol, because all these celebrities, all these people who are being put up as role models for these children to look up to and to emulate, they worship you, man. Therefore, they do and say and take on everything that you promote, and they live it out, man. Which is why the Lord is judging a lot of these celebrities, specifically in the music industry, because you are main avenues that are being used to put demons on these people, man. All right, hey, you got grown ass men in their 40s and 50s trying to dress young, like they see that this young generation is doing now. That's how you know this is a demon, man. You know, grown ass men that have lived their life, that have lived through different eras of change, man, trying to live like these little niggas now, man. Okay? Excuse me. It says, wherefore the Most High gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, right? Because, hey, once you start going down this path, man, the Lord gives you over to those demons, and that's why a lot of these people end up being Moes, all right? Because the Lord gave them over to them demons. Because, like I said, Baphomet is that main demon that these people are coming in when you come in this spirit, man, this Dandyism spirit, man, all right? And Baphomet leads a lot of you people to be Moes, man, because part of it, you worshiping Baphomet, you gotta do the following acts, such as what it's about to get into, man. Verse 25, it says, who changed the truth of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Among, because like we read at the beginning of this lesson, All right. In the end times, that spirit of a dandyism, all right, is always brought forward because the gender, all right, is always the lines of gender is always blurred before society collapse, man. And so what you're seeing now is exactly that, man. All right, these people worshiping these idols, these demons, more than the Lord, man. Because now these people look at themselves as demons. Because when you go back into what a dandy is, all right, is he's a slave to fashion. Okay, he worships himself, man. All right, they put themselves up as idols to be worshipped, so that people want to be like them and they dress like them. All right, they act like them, they talk like them, they think like them, man. And they're all demons. All right. It says, "For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned into their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves their recompense of their error, which was meat." And this is why these moles, all right, get these diseases such as, HIV/AIDS. All right, you had the monkeypox that came out, a few years back, that was only mainly given to these damn nasty people. And these are just many examples, man. All right, that depression demon. All right, a lot of them commit suicide. These are the things that you take on when you go into that direction, man. All right, because you become a demon yourself, man. Verse 28. "And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient." Right. So this is why you have sodomy, all right, that spirit of a sodomite going out unto men and women. Now the men want to lay down with men, the women want to lay down with women, because this spirit is what breeds this stuff, man. Okay, and this is why, as a nutshell, man, as a man, and especially as a man of the Lord, okay, we have to go back to the scriptures to understand what a true man is, because this society has given you a warped vision of what the Lord expects a man to be, man. All right. Get this. Let me get a good picture. Okay, because the perfect example that we can get of a man is talking about Yahweh Shai. All right, he's the example that we look forward to. All right, and our men of old, man. Okay, Isaiah 46:8. "Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember the former things of old. For I am Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and there is none else. I am Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and there is none like me." But the point being, remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. And how do you do that? By looking at the ways of old, or how men carried ourselves, or carried themselves, Salakia. Okay? And this is why you gotta get into the scriptures, man. And when you see how men operated back then, they weren't overly concerned with the outward appearance. Really, that was an afterthought for many. We didn't care. All right, like I said, you kept yourself groomed, but things like that, you're supposed to, when you come into the truth, put that away, man, because that's a childish way of thinking, man. All right, 1 Corinthians 13:11. "When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things," man. Okay, and we don't know concern ourselves with things like that anymore, man. Like for me, for an example, in the world, I used to be a sneakerhead, man. I used to love shoes, man, Jordans. All right, but when I came to the truth, man, the Lord took that spirit off me, man, because I saw how stupid that shit was, man. All right, hey, I spent hundreds of dollars on shoes, man. Hey, the stupid thing about it is you can only wear, a pair of shoes a day. One pair of shoes a day. Now you can switch them, but like I said, that's vain in itself, man. Okay, you got to think in a mind of wisdom, and a man that's using wisdom is a concern with things like that, because coming into this truth, and we get put onto, things that a man should be thinking about, which a man of the Lord is only concerned with prophecy, man. All right, we're concerned with the kingdom. Okay, we're concerned with the return of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, man. All right, so we want to make sure that our minds are right, which is why we read that earlier, man. All right, show yourselves men. All right, and the best way that you can show yourself a man, all right, is by you number one, changing your way of thinking, and then like I said, you look to see how the men of old operated, man. All right, because America never teaches you how to grow up, man. Okay, you have a lot of grown ass children out here, man. Like Nas had that one song called Second Childhood, man. Because like I said, you got a bunch of grown men. All right, excuse me. Salakia, getting over this cold. This is Job 8:8. For I inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers. So, as it says in the NLT, just ask the previous generation, pay attention to the experience of our ancestors. And when you saw how the men of old operated back then, sure, you can even look at in the early days of America, how the men operated, when we were brought over here, man. Were they overly concerned with that, with their outward appearance? Hell no. All right, because according to the scriptures, the Lord doesn't look on the outward appearance, man. Matter of fact, let me get that. That's a good one, but that's not what I was looking for. It's in. Oh, no wonder. First Samuel 16:7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, nor on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for a man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. Right. So a lot of these people think they're right because they're, well dressed. All right. They have some type of clout about them. All right. People know them, but they're known for the wrong reasons. All right. Because this society teaches you on how to judge off of appearance, man. All right. And the Lord looks on the inward spirit, which is the inward man, which is the spirit, man. All right. We said he looks upon your heart. That word heart means la, which is your mind, man, your spirit. Okay. And like I said, the perfect example of how you want to know how a man's supposed to operate in, you have to look at Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Because Yahweh Shai was not what you would call a dandy. All right, Yahweh Shai was not anywhere near what you would call effeminate. All right, everything about, matter of fact, it's like you, not that scripture. Everything about Yahweh Shai was manly. All right. Revelation 1:13, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto the fine brass, as if they were burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Right, because Yahweh Shai had a very loud and stern voice, which in today's time they would shun him because they would say he speaks too loud. He's very brash. But Yahweh Shai was a austere man. Okay, so now we can go back to that. This is Matthew 7:29. It says, for he taught, this is dealing with Yahweh Shai. All right, sorry, verse 28. And when it came to pass, when Yahushua had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one having authority and not as a scribe. So, I'm going into the appearance, but this is just giving you the type of spirit that Yahushua had, man, because Yahushua, all right, he had a very austere spirit. So he spoke as if one that had authority, man. All right, he commanded the room when he spoke, man. Okay, and that's a trait that in today's society, that if men that speak like that, they're looked down upon, man. All right, but dealing with the appearance wise, all right, let's get that, man. What's that in it's in Isaiah. Not coming. It's Isaiah 54. No, it's not 54. Look at my sword. I know it's not Isaiah though. $53. I was close. All right, this is dealing with Yahushua. Okay, this is Isaiah 53:1. Who have believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before us as a tender plant, and as a root out of the dry ground. He hath no form of comeliness. He has no form nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. So the point being that it said Yahushua have no form nor comeliness. All right. And in the NLT it says, my servant grew up in the Lord's presence like a tender green shoot, like a root in a dry ground. There was nothing beautiful or majestic about his appearance, nothing to attract us to him. Right. So not meaning that Yahushua was an ugly man. All right. But meaning that he was rough. All right. Hey, Yahushua wasn't concerned with how his hair looked. All right. He wasn't, overly concerned about, trimming his beard up, making his beard look good, man. All right. And Yahushua was a rough man. And all the prophets of old were rough men. Okay. Because at the end of the day, all right, that was, the spirit of real masculinity back then, man. Okay. I spoke on that. I'm just curious now that I done brought that up. Well, I'm curious what they got to say about that. All right. Masculinity is masculine male, which comes from masculine or worthy of man. All right, so belonging to male grammatical gender, male, masculine, worthy of man, male person, male. Right, so the point being, masculinity is under attack. And how is masculinity under attack? Because they're trying to make men into women and turn women into men. All right, so these very same soft men that you see, all right, these men are who you people are gonna look to protect you when shit hits the fan, man. We see. All right. This is a quote. It says, hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. And weak men create hard times. And this cycle has always took place. And we are at the time now to where the men are weak. And so it says weak men create hard times, man. And you're going to see all hell break loose. And when it does, these very men, all right, that you look up to are not going to be able to protect you, because now they are not men. All right, these men are become as women, like the scripture says, man. You know, which was prophecy. All right, this is Jeremiah 50 and 37. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. Right, because that sword that's coming, all right, ultimately is the judgment of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, but that judgment is going to come in the form of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, because according to Psalm 17 and 13, he is the sword of the Most High. All right, and when that judgment is being rained down in the form of Esau, man, you men, all right, specifically you men of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, all right, says that you shall be as women, because most of the men that we see are Moes, man. All right, you are either you're straight up a Mo that came out the closet, you're an effeminate, which is pretty much the equivalent of a Mo. All right, you just haven't said that you pop men. All right. These men are not true men, all right, because a man is a protector, all right. That's the main one. He's a protector. He was a warrior, all right. The men of old, all right, were able to defend themselves because they were warriors, man. You look at Abraham, all right. What happened when Abraham, found out that Lot got kidnapped, man? All right, he took up some of his servants, all right, and went and fought to save his to save Lot, man. Excuse me. King David, the mighty men, all right, men like that, they would be ashamed to see, all right, their men that's supposed to be Israelites in today's age, man. If they were alive in today's time, all right, they will slaughter you men, all right, you so-called men out here today, man, because you're an embarrassment to what a Israelite man is. Because being an Israelite man is the greatest privilege that we have been given as Israelites, man, by Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, because we have the ability to bring forth more Israelites into the world. But yeah, you damn niggas of today, man, are more concerned about BS such as fashion. All right, trying to be looked at by you're more concerned of the eyes of men than you are of women. That's how bad this shit has got, man. Which is why the scriptures, and I'm about to close it, man. This is why the scriptures pretty much tell us, man. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 16. Slack you. 1 Corinthians 16 and 13. It says, "Watch ye, stand fast in the faith, quit you like men, be strong." All right, and part of masculinity is strength, man. All right, hey, you got to be strong in the faith. All right, because at the end of the day, you got to be strong. Period. If you get in the gym, man. All right, lift some weights, man. Work out. But ultimately, the main strength that you have is your faith in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. All right, grow some nuts, man. Because you got men, all right, that's even in the truth that still have this weak, nature about themselves, man. All right, letting women rule over them and things like that, man. No, you got to be real men out here, man. All right, and Yahweh by Shem Yahushua is only coming back to save the elect men and women. All right, men that are in their role as being, a masculine masculine men, and then the elect woman who's in her role as being a feminine woman, a feminine submissive woman. Okay, that's the only one that's going to be delivered out of here in that coming destruction, man. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna end it out right here. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Quadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, I say shalom.